I've won races, I've lost races. I've never felt the way I feel about this. We're living in such an abnormal time when we look at the way that this White House is behaving about some of the biggest challenges we face, the dishonesty and fabrication, and whether you call it fake news or lies, pick your choice. It is deeply troubling. And it is also worrisome that it could cause lasting damage to our institutions.
Out front tonight, the chairman of the Democratic National Committee, Tom Perez. And Chairman, thank you very much for being with me tonight. You know,
Aaron,
Clinton has been speaking this week. You know, she also spoke yesterday about why she lost. And I wanted to play just a brief clip of that for you.
Look, I take responsibility for every decision I made, but that's not why I lost. I inherit nothing from the Democratic Party.
What do you mean, nothing?
I mean, it was bankrupt. It was on the verge of insolvency. Its data was mediocre to poor, non-existent, wrong. I had to inject money into it.
All right, she calls your organization mediocre to poor. Is the DNC the real reason she lost?
Well, you know, my focus, Aaron, has not simply been on 2016 and what happened there, but the fact that we lost over 900 seats in state legislative races over the last 8 years. We lost Senate seats, governor seats. And what it reflects is that we have to up our game at the DNC. I have great respect for our staff, but when you have a size 7 budget and a size 14 need, that's not enough. And that's why we're investing in the basics, including technological innovation. I'm very excited about the tech team that we have put together. I'm very excited about our investments in our grassroots organizing, including the Resistance Summer that we're undertaking. Getting back to basics. When you don't invest in organizing, when you don't invest in that training of candidates, when you don't invest in technology to the extent that you need to, then you're not investing in that basic infrastructure. And that's a big part of how we lost a lot of elections over the last 8 years, and that's what we're trying to change.
All right, so it sounds like you're saying, and I mean, obviously you weren't there at the time at the DNC, I want to make that clear, but you're saying that part of what she's saying about the DNC is true. But the other thing she said there, as you heard, Chairman, was, I take responsibility for every decision I made, but that's not why I lost. She went on then to blame Jim Comey and the media, among other things, for her loss. President Trump, of course, saw this and responded in a tweet, as he is often to do, saying, quote, crooked Hillary Clinton now blames everybody but herself, refuses to say she was a terrible candidate, hits Facebook and even Dems and the DNC. The former Vice President Joe Biden also said about Hillary Clinton, and I quote him, I never thought she was a great candidate. Are you disappointed that she still seems to be failing to recognize her own flaws?
No, you know what? We're totally focused on the future at the DNC. You know, you remember Barack Obama, I think, correctly said that she was one of the most qualified candidates in American history. We did not win that election. There are a lot of reasons for not winning that election. And what we're doing at the DNC is we're focused on the future. And what we have to do is, number one, change our mission. That's what we've done. We're here to elect candidates from the school board to the Senate, and that's why we've been working. We've got a dozen people down in Georgia helping John Ossoff, and I think he's going to win that race. We've invested in state and local races, and we're going to win that. I'm totally focused on making sure we build that infrastructure for success, organizing, training, technology, and that's how we succeed.
And Chairman, I know you think you're going to win that special election in Georgia, which is going to be hotly contested. Obviously, we're going to get that in a couple of weeks. But you talk about the future. I want to ask you about Joe Biden. The former vice president has launched a PAC, a political action committee. Obviously, some seeing that as a sign he's interested in pursuing a run again in 2020. He'll be 78 on Inauguration Day the next time around. Is he a candidate of the future, as you see it?
Well, I have profound respect for the vice president, for what he stands for what he has always stood for, and what he has done for this nation. A distinguished career of public service dating back almost 50 years. And that's a decision that he'll make, and that's a decision that other potential candidates for president will make. And my job at the DNC is to make sure that we have a fair and transparent process, that everybody is treated fairly and equally. And I am focused like a laser on making sure that we do that.
All right. Well, Chairman Perez, I appreciate your time, and thank you for coming out front, sir.
It's always a pleasure.